My name is Madeline Poulette, Sugar. I'm here in Halifax for the World Champion Waltes Games. The Waltes is a game of chance. Like a child and an adult or an elder can play, a man and a woman. It doesn't really matter. It's a game of chance, and it's a game that we played for over 5,000 years. It's a game that you teach your children how to count, how to participate, how to take defeat, everything. It's all in one. Anybody in power tried to take our board away. They said we weren't, as Mi'kmaq people, we couldn't have games or songs or dances because we weren't considered human. And then they came around and took all our games in the late 50s. So they just came around and drilled holes in them. Some of the Waltes you see today will have holes in them. Like even in the early 60s, when we had a game of Waltes at my grandmother's, as soon as the car comes to the driveway, we would hide it. Most of the time we used to play like when the lights are out, that's the first thing we'd bring out is the Waltes, and it's a family thing. Or we have competitions at powwows. Anything that's going on where we're gathering, that's where you'll find the Waltes. Even if you don't see it, you can hear it. You can hear it in the background now. It's a game that can last for minutes, hours, years. It could be a game of 2 people or 4. Once the old man is one, if you have partners, then your partner sits down. Okay, this is called the Waltes. The board itself, it's called the Waltes. It's made from the burr of a tree. Sometimes I tell kids, if you see the lump on the tree, well, that's what this is made of. It has 51 sticks, 17 points. These are called hamois. There's 4 of them. This is the old man. It has teeth on both sides. These are the old ladies. They're hamois, and they have teeth on one side. There's 3 of them. This is the Waltes Taranjij, just the dice. It's made of a bone of a moose or a deer. To get a point, you have to have 5 up or 5 down. If you get it twice in a row, you get 9 sticks. If you get it 3 times in a row, you don't get any sticks. We said you sewed an old lady together, and you can win her that way. Or you can win an old lady with 6 up or 6 down. That's for 1. But if you got it twice in a row, then you'd get 3 old ladies, if they're there. After the old ladies are won, that's the only time the old man can be won. That time, it has to be all up or all down. Every time you lift the board, you have to armor. Sometimes you can win with 1 stick, because when you're playing and your opponent is dancing and they armor, they lose the game, you win. You have to lift the board about this high, and you have to bang it hard enough that I hear it, and you don't try to flip them, they're not pancakes. So you have to bang the board and armor. Every time you lift the board, you armor. In our language, armor doesn't fit anywhere else. You can armor when you're not dancing, but when your opponent is dancing, then you can't armor. They could though, but you can't. The dancing part, when all these are gone, and they have all the sticks, they want all the sticks, and this is what, after you pay for everything, and this is what's left, you can dance 7. You're trying to get 7 points before your opponent gets 1. All they need is 1 to win. And there's parts like, after you get paid, every point you get a point, they knock your point off. And that's being mean to each other. You're dancing. You have to have less point or less to dance. When you do that with kids, even little kids in kindergarten, automatically, once they hear that, it's like the drum, really. So the drum and the Waltes is like the same thing. As soon as they hear it, they come out, once they're introduced to it.